happen on the turnpike, are you willing to say that's okay because you're afraid to stand up for your family? It is time for us to have a very hard conversation. One about things that people are going to get all upset and triggered about. And I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but it's time to have a real conversation here. Okay? We had that accident on the turnpike. We all know about that. Now they've discovered that there's cheating going on in Florida and Jacksonville. 7 people now have been arrested for trying to take a CDL test and cheating on it. Also in Kentucky, now there's DMV people that got fired because someone else stole their logins and were giving out licenses without even taking a driver's test. I think it's time that we have a real conversation here, folks. It's time that we all start holding our state and local and federal governments accountable for what's going on our roadways. They're allowing illegal aliens to get licenses and drive across your state, every state. They're allowing people to cheat on CDL tests by putting holes in their shirt and a mic in their ear, which are both very obvious, going in, sit down at the computer screen, and then the person in the ear is telling them the answers in their own language because they can't read it, because they don't read English proficiency. Guys, this is a serious problem. It's going across the country, and everybody's talking about it, but nobody's doing anything about it. It's time that we all start contacting our government officials. I live in Florida, and I'd like to hold Florida up. Even though they found that in Jacksonville, they found it. The reason why is because we're looking for it. Hold Florida up as an example. Ever since they changed the way stations in the immigrant centers, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the rates coming into Florida have gone up and rates going out of Florida have gone up. Now, that's substantial because, as we all know, going to Florida doesn't pay to get back out. So every little bit counts. The reason why, if you think about it, it points that there's a problem. Once they started enforcing that here in Florida with the way stations that you have to, our migration centers, and you have to be able to pass your proficiency test. Once you did that, all of a sudden no drivers wanted to come to Florida. Gee, I wonder why. Rates go up because no one wants to go there. Gee, I wonder why. Rates are better getting out because no one wants to come to Florida. Gee, I wonder why. Guys, it's a glaring, obvious thing. If every state followed that same exact policy, the roadways would be cleaned up in no time. So use Florida, go to your state, and say, look, this is what we want you to do. Because it's working here. If you disagree with me, or if you think I'm just trying to gaslight you or trigger you, I apologize. I'm not trying to do this. This is a safety issue. If it's your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband, your kids that are in the car next to one of those trucks, and that happens, like what happened on the turnpike, are you willing to say that's okay because you're afraid to stand up for your family? For the safety of the people on the highways? Guys, it's time that we stand up. We don't allow this anymore. Put our foot down. It's time to stand up for it. Now, down in the description, I will put a few different links to the things that I'm referencing. But guys, we need to do something about it. Let's start a movement to get our highways safe again. Now, if you watched it this far, I'm going to give you a little insight on what's going to be coming up. I have filed a request to meet with a DOT officer at a way station here in Florida, where I want to take a proficiency test and talk to them about the processes that they're going through with the whole, immigration checkpoint thing. I think that it needs to be more transparent, and I think that I'm going to do it here. I have filed that request. I've talked to the people over in the communications department of FDOT. It's just a matter of time and us working out logistically. But stay tuned because it's going to be on this channel. Truckers are people too.